Sa dami ng nangyayari sa industriya, AI, work from home, new policies, parang ang hirap sumabay, no? Pero ang tanong, ano ba talaga ang pinaka-concerns ng BPO employees ngayon?
Correct. Ngayon, hindi kahapon, hindi bukas, ngayon. Charot. In this episode, we're breaking down the top 3 concerns ng BPO employees ngayon 2025. Mula job security to work-life balance hanggang sweldo at promotions. So kung feeling mo stuck ka or anxious sa future mo sa BPO, this episode is for you. The BPO Break Room Podcast, welcome back to another episode. This is Jay and you are tuned in on the rising show in the BPO world. Hello, Kay.
Hello, everyone. This is Kay. To those that are watching and listening to us right now, if you haven't yet subscribed on our channel, send us some love and give us a like. Aside from Spotify and YouTube, we are now on Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts at the BPO Breakroom Podcast.
Oh,
Nakausap
nag-check
ko
kayo.
recently si Mia. Kasi magaling siya ha, consistent siya sa metrics, pero natatakot nga daw siya kasi baka daw palitan na siya ng chatbot. Alam mo naman nowadays,
Ah,
di ba?
mm.
Mhm. Ta's ngayon, ka-workmate niyang si Rico, dati
Hmm.
sobrang sipag daw sa shifting. Ngayon gusto na lang mag-work from home permanently. And the reason behind that is hindi na raw niya kaya yung puyat.
Ba't siya nag-call center? Charot.
Oh, 'di ba?
And those are valid concerns ha. Hindi na lang ito basta trabaho. It's now about stability, health, and growth. At ayon sa latest trends and reports, ito ang top 3 concerns ngayon 2025. Let's dive in with complete real stories para relatable.
The BPO Break Room Podcast.
Concern number 1 ng mga BPO employees ngayon 2025, job security amidst AI and automation.
And the big red flag here is naririnig mo na may bagong tool or AI chatbot na ipapalit sa voice or chat agents. Ngayon,
Mm.
sabi nga ni Mia, puro bot na daw yung sumasagot sa basic calls nila. At ang worry nila is baka mawala na sila ng silbi.
Hala,
Pero
puro
baka
bot.
bigla na lang daw silang i-reassign, 'di ba? Mawala na ng
Mm.
silbi, right? O di kaya naman daw tanggalin 'pag pumasok na yung bagong system. The question here, Jay, though, let's say
Mm.
kung ma-o-automate bukas ang 80% na ginagawa mo ngayon,
Mm.
anong skill ang matitira sa'yo na hindi kayang gayahin ng AI?
For those that didn't know, nasa sales ako, no? And I have reasons to believe that AI can never replace sales. When I say sales, hindi lang ito basta upselling. Ha? This is really calling companies in the US and we're offering them our staffing solutions because I work in the staffing industry and I don't think people or business owners or even decision makers would even want to talk to an AI to give them solutions about their staffing concerns and issues in their company. One of the functions din ng AI sa BPO industry right now is itong narinig ko ng Auto QA or Intelligent Quality Assurance. Have you heard of that?
Ah, yes, definitely.
Sige,
And
di
don't
bubuo tayo.
judge me, guys. I've tried it to audit a call.
Ginamit mo to.
Oo, totoo. Napaka-useful
Mm.
niya kapagka may transcript.
Since we're talking about the Auto QA or Intelligent Quality Assurance noon, ang ano lang, ang galing lang. I think siguro yung our quality team, sila siguro ang nanganganib ang trabaho because ang Intelligent Quality Assurance or ang Auto QA I can automate QA scoring across 100% of interactions, not just samples. Di ba yung mga QA natin ngayon, they're just auditing ko 2 calls per agent per week. Pero itong Intelligent Quality Assurance na ito can automate QA scoring 100% of agents' interactions. And example ng Intelligent Quality Assurance ay yung kanilang AI scores based on empathy, resolution, and process compliance. I think yung process compliance ang super duper really critical here. So black and white siya. I think this is better because wala na nga yung biased approach when it comes to auditing. I'm sure talamak din before or ngayon wherein if friend mo yung QA, less markdown ka or probably hindi na i-eval yung call mo na napangit, right? And move on to find a good call. However, to answer your question naman, Kay, no, na ano kaya ang matitira na hindi kayang gayahin ng AI? Ito yung mga ito yung mga gray areas. Sa lahat ng mga process na lagi niya may loopholes, lagi may gray areas diyan, ano. And
Yes.
that's something that AI would need improvement on in terms of discerning the gray area.
It's good that you also mentioned that, no, para sa ating mga listeners diyan na QA specialist, 'di ba? At least they would
Mm.
know how to prepare
Correct.
battling
Oo.
AI, 'di ba? Kasi hindi nga naman talaga kasi sa totoo lang guys, I know that majority of you guys are starting to get afraid about AI, 'di ba? Pero kasi one thing that really cannot change here is that it still cannot replace people talaga. So, yun naman ang kailangan natin panghahawakan, and at the same time, this is a very good opportunity for us to always upskill.
Nakakatakot, pero it's a good kind of takot because it
Yeah.
would oblige you to really upskill yourself. If you're really serious in staying in the BPO industry, no? Meron din ako nakita sa feed ko na meron na ngayong AI-based forecasting and scheduling.
Oh.
Na yes, ang workforce naman natin ngayon, RTAs natin, ang WFM naman natin ngayon, ang nanganganib ang mga trabaho because yung AI-based forecasting naman ay it can predict call volumes and optimize staffing. Okay? Usually,
Mm.
ang forecasting is this happens for large centers with dynamic workloads. Kami nagde-decide on the number or the call volume for the next quarter or even for the rest of the year and how many agents we need para pumasa kami ng SLA, right? And
Mm.
right now, pwede din pala siyang i-automate. Meron din conversational AI. Before kasi I'm sure you guys are familiar with chatbots, right? Parang ano lang siya,
Mm.
parang it was used for FAQs, yung mga basic questions lang, how to reset modem or how to reset my password. Those are being operated by chatbots. They are moving from FAQ type bots to more transactional bots. An example of this is a telco chatbot that can reset your modem or escalate to a human being if it detects frustration. Ang galing, no? Pag may frustration sa tone mo, may frustration sa even the line of messaging that you are sending through chat, it will automatically escalate to a human being. In short, maging emotional kayo lagi. Charot.
Umiyak ka
Kaya,
ganun.
kaya what to do here is magpa-upskill ka kaagad. Look for internal learning programs or even free courses online. Focus on skills na mahirap i-automate like complex escalation handling or analytics.
Kasi nga, sabi nga ni Jason, 'di ba, yung voice agent sa telco, lahat ng basic calls like billing, password reset, kinuha na ng AI bot. Buti na lang daw, sumali siya sa internal training at naging escalation agent. So ngayon, siya na ang kinukuhanan ng insights ng QA at team lead pag may irate customer. So hindi lang siya na-retain, na-promote pa siya. So yun yung naging mindset ni Jason, naka-work nila, Mia, 'di ba?
Wow, good
So,
job. Good job sa inyo.
very
Anong call center company ninyo? Para ang dami-daming
yan.
issue diyan.
Nang maiwasan, char!
Correct. So tandaan guys, automation replaces tasks, not people. Pero kung hindi ka people, ano ka? Charot. Pero kung ang role mo ay basic at repetitive, kailangan mo nang mag-level up. Kaya ang concern number 2 of BPO employees this 2025 is work-life balance and flexibility.
Eto na nga ang red flag, 'di ba? Napag-usapan na natin 'to with Addy last time. Ngayon, sabi
Mm.
dito, kung lagi kang pagod, hindi ka na nakakabawi ng off mo or hindi ka na nakakabawi kahit off mo pa. So may signs na ng burnout pero wala ka pa ring choice. So
Oh,
sabi ng mga listeners natin, nagiging normal na daw ang burnout nowadays, Jay. Pero di rin naman daw pwedeng magpahinga.
edi
Mag-resign, char! 'Di ba? 'Pag off mo, may energy ka pa ba to spend time with family or do the things that you enjoy? Be honest.
Sa trabahong inalisan ko, wala. I was working 10 to 12 hours per day and let's be honest, after our shift, yung mind natin is still at work trying to figure out ano mang gagawin ko bukas, may problemang ganito, anong gagawin ko, our numbers are down, how do we pick it up tomorrow, anong gagawin, mga ganong klaseng thoughts before you even go to sleep or while you're eating, while you're having breakfast, right? Yun yung nasisip mo eh. Instead of you having conversations with your family during breakfast, lunch, or dinner, right? Ang utak mo ay nasa trabaho. Just because
Hmm.
more than 50% of your 24 hours are spent at work, gusto ko talaga lumabas after kanya rest days, even even after work like how I used to do it many years ago kasi after work nagiinuman pa kami ng team ko or nagbe-breakfast and whatnot or kapag weekends gimmick, right? Lately sobrang stress ng ng trabaho, gusto kong ilabas yung parents ko sa punta kami ng beach, punta kami ng mall, pero parang nakakatamad kasi nga wala akong energy and yung gano'n.
Kasi to be honest, minsan talaga wala na. I mean, hindi lang
Mm.
minsan na, madalas to guys. Lalo na kapagka nasa
Alright.
leadership kayo, 'di ba? Hindi hindi to log in, log out lang, 'di ba?
True,
And madalas
oo.
diyan kapag off ko na, parang nagiging recovery day na lang siya. Tulog,
Correct.
kain, scroll ng konti sa social media kasi that has become my happy pill din talaga, Jay. Tapos
Oo.
ngayon, ayun na, shift na ulit, 'di ba? So, kaya majority of the time, nakaka-guilty minsan na wala kang energy kahit gusto mong bumawi sa pamilya mo. Pumunta ka nga pero parang hindi mo naman mabigay yung best mo, 'di ba?
Quality time, oo, oo.
Quality time. Tapos you
Correct.
always ended up na, "Okey sige matutulog na ako kasi kulang pa ako sa tulog." Mga gano'n
Mm.
yung parang,
Hala, wala
okey.
kang parang wala tayong kuwentang anak, gano'n.
Walang kwentang ano kagad. Pero kasi 'di
Pero
ba,
totoo yun,
that's
'no?
that's the truth, 'di ba? Minsan yung off talaga hindi siya yung pang happy-happy life lang, minsan nagiging recovery day na lang talaga siya.
Would it matter ba? Would it make a difference if ang schedule natin ay pang-umaga?
I think scientifically, yes. Kasi iba pa
Really?
rin daw talaga yung nagtatrabaho ng
Gusto ko yung
umaga.
gusto ko gumamit ka ng science diyan.
Hindi kasi 'di ba iba pa rin yung kapagka halimbawa yung gising sa umaga, unlike
Correct.
sa'tin na mga panggabi 'di ba, mga graveyard warriors,
Mm.
gabi na tayo gigising, too late na para magbilad sa araw, alam mo yun? Yan din yung sinasabi ng
Akala ko
super OA kasi.
akala ko nagpa-araw ka so it causes your health kasi nga skin cancer is real sa araw sa
Yeah,
Pilipinas.
puwede din. Eto nga sabi ni doc, "Hindi ka man lang ba nag-e-exercise like kahit 20 minutes of walk lang?" Mga ganyan.
Sabi sa doktor mo,
Ang
"Hindi
drama.
po doc." "Eh, di ikaw kaya sa posisyon ko, try mo mag-exercise kung kaya mo." Kung makapaghusga kayo diyan doc, akala mo naman ang perfect ikaw ba? Nag-e-exercise ka
Hinabol.
ba? Kinonfront si doktor
Gusto ko
ano.
yung atake mo dun.
Correct, wag mo ako husgahan doc. Okey, gawin niyo yung trabaho ninyo, wag niyo ako husgahan.
Buhay ko 'to.
Oo, gano'n. Correct. So what you need to do here guys is check if may options for permanent shift, hybrid
Hmm.
setup, or schedule bidding. If not, consider transferring to companies offering better work-life integration.
Comment niyo diyan kung saan 'yan. Char.
Check my LinkedIn guys. Ano, ganda yung company
Ay.
ko.
Pero ito Jay ha, sabi nga ng isa nating listeners na si Rhea, 3 years na daw siya sa isang BPO company. And
Hmm.
naabit na siya sa ER after a week of shifting plus overtime. Kaya hindi talaga advisable ang shifting schedules, no? Di na daw siya tao, agent na lang daw siya palagi. Ngayon, kinausap niya yung TL at HR niya at humingi ng permanent morning shift. So after 2 months, back to health na siya. And she even
Mm.
hit the top metrics dahil sa energy and focus. So, malaking bagay pala talaga na kapag
Oo.
pina-prioritize mo yung health mo, 'di ba?
Kaya ngayon, maraming BPOs na nagbibigay na ng output-based KPIs instead of strict login
Yes.
hours. Seek those out kung hindi na sustainable sa current setup.
I like what you've said about output-based, no? Yung magbe-base siya sa mga naging result ng performance mo probably last month, yung mga ganon, 'di ba?
Gano'n kami ngayon, Day.
So, kailangan talaga minsan, you have to take a pause. Kaya naman, pause din muna tayo ng very, very light to remind everyone to subscribe on this channel and hit that notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga fresh episodes namin.
True. Kaya naman ang concern number 3 of BPO employees this 2025 is fair compensation and career growth.
Ano nga ba ang red flag natin dito? Sabi nga nila, magaling ka na sa trabaho, may recognitions ka, pero stuck ka pa rin sa same level at pay. Maraming makaka-relate dito, guys. So, sabi nga nila, 'di ba, lahat daw ng extra task sa kanila napupunta, pero walang nidagdag sweldo o recognition. Ano mararamdaman mo, Jay, if ever na halimbawa sa'yo man 'yan mangyari?
I would feel underpaid. But then again,
Hmm.
I will also question myself, why did I say yes to those additional tasks? All right. But let's be honest, no,
Hmm.
if
Yes.
whenever we are given an extra task, somehow we are flattered because ay pinagkatiwalaan ako ng boss ko for this
Correct.
task. Right? And at the same time, if it has become a pattern na ikaw na lang na ikaw lagi, parang teka lang, you would start questioning yours and questioning that decision, that pattern. Lingid sa kaalaman natin is bigay ng bigay sa inyo ng task ng inyong mga bosses because, yes ka nang, yes. Start having a discussion with your boss about your bandwidth, compensation, reassess the compensation as well.
Okay, that's a very good advice, Jaina, and thank you for sharing
Mm-mm.
that. It just randomly pops up in my head kasi, ayun nga,
Mm-mm.
dilemma din yan ng karamihan ngayon, lalo na sa BPO world. Pero
Mm-mm.
ito na yung honest question, Jay, ha? Ikaw yung nasa posisyon nila. Takot ka bang mag-explore ng options or gusto mo lang talagang magstay and wait it out?
I wish I can answer this from a perspective that would cover all of the scenarios. It still depends on where you are sa estado ng iyong career right now. Okay, I'm at the point in
Mm.
my career right now wherein exploring opportunities is not something I am prioritizing. But there are other people out there wherein ang estado ng kanilang career they want more salary, they want growth, right? So whoever can give me growth, I will go there, blah, 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 right? Huwag kang matakot mag-explore ng options. Okay, most especially you are young, you are starting out your career, you just realize na, oh my God, I can build a career para out of the BPO industry, right? So don't be afraid to explore opportunities to jump out of your comfort zone and move on to the next available opportunity that you're looking for. If that opportunity is higher salary, go. Magpunta ka dun sa company na yon. Do not have a mindset na I want my next company to be my last company na. No. Ang estado ng career mo ngayon is you are exploring options, right?
Totoo yan, Jay. Kasi you know what, with this topic, I also remembered my past. Kasi
Mm-mm.
first job ko talagang tumagal ako doon ng 3 years.
Mm-mm.
And honestly, Jay, I can say right now without any filter, takot din talaga ako before. Kasi may
Talaga.
comfort na yung familiarity and even if hindi ka
Oo.
na masaya sa ginagawa mo, 'di ba? Parang
Mm-mm.
nagba-battle ka between those two ideas. You really want to step up and find a better career. Parang magsa-start ka na naman, back to zero
Mm-mm.
ka, 'di ba? There's always a fear of losing the familiarity that you already built dun sa current company mo,
Ang
'di
dami
ba? So,
nakaka-relate diyan sa
yun,
ganyang fear 'no,
hulaan
na
mo.
mag-back to
Mm.
zero na naman ako. It's okay to go back to zero, right?
Yes.
Okey lang yun, back to zero. Anong back to ano ka, back to 100? Kasi if you're not willing to go
Oo.
back to zero, you can never go to number 1, to number 2, and to your
You know, parang part ng career talaga natin or career development natin, meron talagang phase diyan na hindi ka makakaalis sa comfort zone mo. Pero once you've learned how to step out and level up or, you know, take risk, diyan mo matututunan na,
mm,
it's okay pala to move on with different
mm.
company.
Kaya what to do here is document everything. Scorecards, emails of appreciation, projects
Yeah.
handled, present that in your appraisal. At kung walang clear growth path, huwag kang matakot, lumipat, makibaka. Ganon.
What one of our listeners shared, 4 na taon na daw siyang pareho yung posisyon niya. Consistent siya sa top metrics, pero palaging sinasabihan ng next time tuwing promotion cycle. So, ang ginagawa niya, gumawa siya ng portfolio ng wins niya. Nag-apply sa, you know, sa ibang company. And you know what? He was offered a TL role with 15%
Wow.
higher pay in just 2 weeks. Imagine that.
Wow.
So,
Ikaw na.
kailangan pala laging next time para na-challenge tayo.
Well, ang maganda
'Di
dito naman sa
ba?
kanya 'no is nag-ano siya, initiate siya movement, right?
Yes.
Nag-try siya. Gumawa siya ng paraan. Ayaw niyo ako ma-promote here or wala akong opportunity here,
Yes.
then sa iba ka maghahanap. And luckily, may growth na inoffer sa kanya yung ibang company.
Kaya
Totoo 'yan.
dapat marunong tayong i-value yung sarili natin. Kung lagi tayong nare-reject, reassess yourself. Talaga bang hindi ko deserve yung spot na yon? Or it's just that
Mm.
they have other people in mind? So if that's the case, I will find that position somewhere else. Kaya naman, base sa ating mga pinag-usapan, kasama-sama na ang AI, yung burnout, mababang sahod, and minsan parang gusto mo na lang talagang sumuko.
And that's okay. Okay? Pero here's what I want you to remember, guys. Hindi mo kailangan ayusin lahat ng sabay-sabay, ha? Start with one thing, mag-enroll sa short course or makipag-usap sa HR or update mo na ang resume mo. One small move can lead to massive change.
'Di ba? And hindi mo kailangang magstay sa company na hindi ka naman pinapahalagahan. Hindi ka selfish kung pinipili mong alagaan ang sarili mo.
True. You deserve to thrive, not just survive. And kung ikaw man to, this episode is your sign.
So if this helps, tag someone who's currently updating their resume. We want to hear from you. Nakapag-decide na ba kayo if you're going to resign and scout for better opportunities? Tag us din sa mga trending memes ninyo. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Agree, Yana Grande. Let's interact on our social media accounts. And for those who are exploring opportunities in the BPO industry, work from home or on site, join our WhatsApp group. Lastly, check our bio and join our growing community.
Correct. And if you want more tips like this, follow the BPO Break Room. This is the BPO Break Room. Join us next time as we try to make BPO workplace better, one story at a time.
The BPO Break Room Podcast.